Good morning, friends. This is Sriyash Bhattacharya. I am a zoology student currently in my last year of graduation. This vlog is all about how I prepared for my internal exams of my last semester in this college. So, I had my exams on the 2nd of May, which was Tuesday. So, I started studying for my internal exams from Saturday evening, and it was around 7 o'clock from when I started studying for my internal exams because I was much more worried about my entrance exams that I would have been giving for my masters. So I have not studied as much as I should for my internal exams or semester exams. So basically I was lagging behind, hence I had to study a lot. So I started it from Saturday evening. So at the very first, I started studying physiology because physiology is, to very honestly, is one of my favorite subjects of zoology because it tells you about all your body parts and how it functions and all. And I started studying digestive system, like what are the components of digestive system, what are the glands that takes place, what are the enzymes that are a part of it, what are the inactive and active stages of those enzymes, then how about carbohydrates, lipids, or proteins digested and absorbed during this digestion process. So it was, one of my favorite parts of the whole stream, and hence, whenever you are doing your favorite part, you always try to concentrate more. So it actually increases your concentration level. And when the first subject that you are studying in a hectic schedule is something which is your favorite, and hence the concentration level gets to a threshold, then it's easy for you to continue the whole process. So that's why I started studying with physiology, so that my concentration level is at my highest. In spite of having a lot of weird subjects, or you can say papers in this semester, for example biostatistics, bioinformatics, or applied zoology, or aquatic biology, the physiology paper is of course a lot more favorite to me. Hence I was taking a lot of deed to just take out the notes that I was getting, because in this crash courses that I just took, this crash courses, actually what they do is that they actually prepare you for some exams, they actually prepare you for some questions. Like when we study generally conventionally through books or PTS or whatever, we generally study to gain knowledge, and we just do it for the sake of us knowing about the things. But this crash courses, what they do is that they actually prepare you for different questions that you might face, prepare you against different challenges that are thrown against you academically. So that's like a good part of doing such crash courses, because you are able to answer questions, and that is the main part actually. So after studying for some time, I realized that I'm getting jammed and I'm not able to study properly. So what I did is I started playing my favorite game. It is Assassin's Creed 3. Actually, Assassin's Creed is one of my most favorite franchise, but of course only the first parts, not the last ones, because I don't like the last ones, to be very honest. So I started playing and I played for some time and relaxed my mind. So guys, अभी बज रहे हैं रात के 12:45 and currently I'm studying excretion, like the regulation of urine formation. So I will probably study circulation after this. So I will end my study around 2 o'clock probably, and have tuition in the morning as well, practical tuition. So that's it, let's study. So it was around 1 o'clock and I started studying again, but this time it was excretion. Yes, it is also a part of physiology, which of course by now that I love a lot. And I was studying excretion, different steps, like how hormones actually affect the formation of urine, how urine is formed like through glomerular filtration, tubular secretion, all those things. And I have been studying all these things for a long time, but still, whenever I go through all these different crash courses, there is always something that comes to my mind, and I'm like amazed to find that yes, I have learned something new. So I studied for a long time this physiological part of excretion. 1:30 in the night, and I have finished studying excretion. Now I will study probably circulation. But before that, I just wanted to just show you something. Like if I just turn off this light, and you can see the moon, and it's looking so beautiful. The camera is not, the video is not doing justice, I know, but it is looking so like beautiful, like literally. I just feel like taking a break for like 15 minutes and listen to some songs on full volume while I watch the moon. It feels so relaxing just to watch it from here, from my table. That's a very good view. I'm like priceless view from here, but not justifiable with this camera actually. But anyways guys, so I'll just on the light. 1:30 in the night, and probably the last topic I will be doing today. So let's go. So what's up guys, right now it's around 2 o'clock in the night. Not 2 actually, it's like 1:50 in the night, and I thought that I would be studying circulatory system, and I was studying the open circulations and all, like from heart to hemophil and all. But हम almost शायद 6 बजे से पढ़ रहे हैं, तो अभी ऐसा हो गया ना कि मेरा ब्रेन हमको खुद बोल रहा है कि भाई आज छोड़ दे, और नहीं, क्योंकि इतना तो आदत ही है नहीं मेरा। अभी परसों मेरा इंटरनल एग्ज़ाम्स है दोपहर में, तो उसके लिए थोड़ा पढ़ना पड़ रहा है, क्योंकि बिफोर दिस आई यूज्ड टू स्टडी ओनली फॉर entrance exams, and I have not studied a bit, like not even 1% of what I have in this semester. So I have to right now, because my semesters are in the last week of this month, and on 2nd of May it's my internal exams for all 4 subjects, or full papers actually. So anyways, I was studying circulatory system, but I don't think I can right now. I'll just go to sleep right now. And tomorrow also I have tuition in the morning. I have my practical tuition, which is a bit far away from my house, so I have to wake up around 6:30 again, and then get ready and take 2 autos to reach my practical tuition. That is from around 8 o'clock. So lots of studies coming tomorrow as well, because day after tomorrow it's my internal exam. If it was not, then probably I would have been playing the Assassin's Creed right now. But yeah, like it's just peer pressure that is forcing me to study so much right now. So I'll just keep it till here. I will just sleep because my eyes are like heavy as hell, and I don't have words right now. I'm just gonna sleep. So what's up guys, अभी बज रहे हैं कि सुबह के 7 बजने वाले हैं, 5 मिनट्स बचे हैं सिर्फ, और बाहर एकदम क्लाउडी वेदर है। हम अभी भी बात नहीं कर पा रहे हैं, बिकॉज लाइक आई एम वेरी स्लीपी. आई जस्ट स्लेप्ट फॉर लाइक 4 hours, and right now I will just have my tea, and then I will go for my practical tuitions. So let's go. हम शायद नहीं जा रहे हैं ट्यूशन, because as you can see the weather is like overcasted and I have no umbrella, so if it starts raining outside then I would be in deep trouble. And वैसे भी ट्यूशन बहुत दूर रहता है, मतलब एटलीस्ट मेरे लिए तो बहुत दूर, क्योंकि 7:30, तो 8:30 बजे तक पढ़ने बैठ जाएंगे. सर्कुलेशन थोड़ा पढ़ेंगे, फिर एक्वाटिक बायोलॉजी है एक पेपर मेरा, वो भी पढ़ना है. वो हम कुछ नहीं पढ़े हैं एक्चुअली, सेमेस्टर का हम कुछ भी नहीं पढ़े हैं, सब एंट्रेंस का ही पढ़ रहे थे आज कल तक. फिर
So after this, I started studying circulation again. But as I was studying, I was feeling a bit more depressed because I always had this problem of being depressed at certain times, being lonely at certain times. Not actually depressed, but loneliness. Then the depression seeks in. It's like this. I always had this problem because maybe because of certain people who I won't say were bad. Maybe they were not good to me. So what I do is right now is whenever I meet people, I try to isolate myself as much as I can so that I don't get into the grips of their control or their manipulation and I don't hurt myself. So with this process, what happens to me is that I get isolated at times and I feel lonely. And in Asansol, it is much more than what I felt in Kalyani, which is my hometown. Of course, I stayed there for 20 years, but this 1.5 years in Asansol is much more mentally draining, much more depressing than I ever felt in last 20 years in Kalyani. At times this depression sinks in, and you always crave for uh, that communication with people whom you trust. I do have certain friends, I do have my parents, but the feeling I don't know, I always loneliness, I still try to get than up. I think I should. I have been through times, I've been through stages where I felt that I should have quit. I have been through phases where it was unbearable, but I'm still breathing, I'm still living to my dreams, I'm still doing comparatively better in my academics. So at times I do look into my mirror and I just see myself and feel proud that I have been here. At least I'm at least 0.1% better than what I was before. And I really don't have a lot of external resources to make me happy, like lot of friends, trustable friends and all. So what I do is that I just have to generate this internal feeling, that internal resources that would make my mood lit up, things that would lift up my soul. So what I do is I generally generate this internal support, that okay, I am here for you, this thing. And this is how I feel good. Yeah, of course I do have my parents, I do have certain friends, even I have good friends in Asansol as well who are always there for support. But I always feel this lonely. Like I have a lot of people who do care for me, but I don't know. I always feel this loneliness, but somehow I manage. Somehow I get going all these times. And since I have started doing BSc, bachelor's, I always looked upon doing masters in a good college because there were a lot of things that happened during my class 12s. So I always dreamt of going to a good college and masters. So I just kept going, and I am almost at the end. I've almost finished my graduation. It's just one semester left, and I just pushed myself forward through all these things. So guys, right now it's around 11 o'clock and I have just finished circulation, one lecture of circulation actually, from here, just 4 pages. I just finished one lecture. Right now it's 10:42 actually, and I will just take a break till maybe 12 o'clock, have my breakfast, because I haven't had anything other than protein powder. So we'll have it. The weather is still not that good. It's still not overcasted. I thought that I might face rain if I go to tuition, but it's not actually raining. So I have been joked actually. But anyways, the weather is still okay as long as it's not hot. ठीक है, तो फिलहाल अभी जाते हैं. I will just make an omelette of 2 eggs, but that's all I will have for breakfast, and I will order something on Zomato for my lunch. So let's go. So guys, I'm having my tea right now. It's around 12 o'clock and I'm listening to this gangster song. I don't know if copyright would come or not, So after having my tea, I will just go out and meet one of my friend and chill out for like 1 hour because I've been studying for a long time and it's a sudden plan. She just called me up, so I'll just go outside and meet with her. Let's go. So I went out and met one of my friend whom I trust in Asansol because yeah, of course I was a bit sad and depressed, and chilling out with her for some time really relaxed my mind, really made me feel very good. So guys, it's around 1 o'clock in the afternoon and I'm just coming back after meeting my friend. It was like 1 hour of chat and fun. Like I just got relaxed. Right now I'm just gonna go and have my lunch and then I will just study. So let's go. So guys, there is my lunch. Just keep it over here. And I just came back. Right now it's 1:20. It's 10 minutes past this clock. Okay, I'm playing this YouTube video, but yeah, it's 1:10 right now. So I will just take a shower and I will just have this lunch and then I will get to study. Probably after like I play some games, maybe 1 or half an hour of Assassin's Creed, then I will start studying circulation. So let's go. So that was my unhealthy lunch. I always try to portray that I eat healthy, but I end up with eating all these things because there is certain crave when you have this Zomato app on your mobile and you just get a crave. Then no force in this whole world can stop you from having these foods. Guys, अभी बज रहे हैं दोपहर के 3:20. हम लंच करने के बाद थोड़ा सो गए थे बिकॉज आई वॉज़ वेरी टायर्ड. बाहर का वेदर अभी भी सेम है, पूरा बादल छाया हुआ है. सिर्फ दूर से सिर्फ वो पहाड़ दिख रहा है, थोड़ा सा दिख रहा है. लाइक इफ़ यू कैन जस्ट लाइक इफ़ यू आर एबल टू सी इट, थोड़ा सा दिख रहा है. मतलब आसमान तो खाली ही है बट हाँ बादल भी है. तो फ़िलहाल अभी चाय बनाएंगे, बना के कल का रूटीन भी बनाना है और उसके बाद अराउंड 4 बजे से पढ़ना चालू कर देंगे. फिर सर्कुलेशन का एक लेक्चर बाकी है और उसके बाद शायद थोड़ा एक्वाटिक बायोलॉजी पढ़े. So let's go. So this is one of the most vital things in my day-to-day life. I have to make a routine for the next day, and it has become quite a habit. And if somehow I forget to make this, which I generally don't, but if I somehow forget to make a routine for the next day I am sitting duck. I can't do anything. So it's a kind of plus point as well as a minus point as well. But I would always recommend any of you who is watching this to get into this habit of making a routine for the next day, because it really helps a lot. Like right now I can't just even think of spending a day without a routine. It has become such a habit. So after this I started studying the last lecture of circulation. It was all about cardiac cycle and how the systolic pressure, diastolic pressure changes, how it happens, what are the representatives of ECG, the PQRS graph, how the SA node, AV nodes and the bundle of His with the Purkinje fibers, they all work. So it was all these things, and to be very precise, to be very honest, I really love physiology, as you know by now, but the heart physiology, the cardiac physiology is the most favorite part of the whole physiology thing. So it was quite a treat doing this. I have done this almost like 100 times maybe, cardiac cycle, but every time I do I feel very good and I feel like it is one of my favorite parts of zoology. Just finished with circulation. So right now it's around 5:30 and you can see a glimpse of sunset that is taking place. Right now I'm just going to play games because my mind is like fully exhausted. Probably I will play some games till 7 o'clock or 7:30 o'clock. Then I will study again. I will study digestive system, and then I have to study for
internal exams as well, which is tomorrow at 2 p.m. So let's play some games. It's around 6:30 and it's amazing this sunset. Camera is not doing that justice, but it's amazing this sunset. Oh my god. Like the sun is not visible because of clouds, but sunset. Oh, I crave for all these things, bro. Just amazing. Just amazing. Damn. See this light, this is not light actually, this is sunset that's happening, and it was overcasted the whole day, and right now it's so beautiful. Like I just can't describe. Like I am overwhelmed about this. हम अभी गाना प्ले कर रहे थे. I just hope कि अगर हम यहाँ पे प्ले कर पाते, क्योंकि like copyright आ जाएगा नहीं तो. But it's such a vibe, like listening to songs, especially slowed and reverbed, and sunsets like this. You can see the background of me, it's like full lit up, and it's amazing. It's looking amazing. I'll just show you how much amazing it is. And so that is the view from my room. The window is a bit dirty, please don't just ignore that. And it's looking just so good. Like, oh my god. That whole day I was studying, and maybe this is the best reward that I can get out of it, out of all the hard work that I did from yesterday for my internal exams. I think this is the best gift that I can get, like even more than my marks. I don't care if I get full marks or if I just fail, but this sunset, it's amazing, and you can see the hill from here as well. Like, oh, that's a treat. This is a treat. This is just a treat. It's amazing. It's amazing. Like, this camera is not doing justice. Trust me, it's not doing justice at all. Like, I'm trying to focus it as much as I can, but oh my god, I just wish I had a DSLR. And oh, thank you God for this. Like, honestly, oh my god. Right now it's 7:30 at night and I'm still studying. Like, I was a bit procrastinating, so I just made up a new routine through which you can see I'll be studying whole night today. So I have not slept for almost 2 days. I would not be sleeping for almost 2 days if I am able to stay awake and study whole night. So that's something that I would take the pleasure to do, because yeah, of course it's my internal exams, and you study or not, if you just stay awake the whole night, you feel like yes, you have done at least something for the exam. At least you have prepared, you have at least given some effort. So I would take that. So let's just take a break till 8 o'clock and then I will just study. Let's go. After studying for like 2-3 hours, I started looking out for PYQs, which I did for some time, but I was very exhausted, and I was not feeling that good because I was a bit depressed and all. So I tried to study, but I was not able to. So I decided that it is good to just sleep. So I just turned off my laptop and I just slept because I needed that rest. I needed that mental calmness. So I just slept for that day. Then again woke up early in the morning around 5 o'clock and saw this beautiful sunrise. So last day I was watching a beautiful sunset, now I was watching a beautiful sunrise. So I just watched it for some time, admired it with some music, and then I got to my work, that is study. So I started studying physiology from one of my first books of graduation. That is a book. It was a book from the Invertebrate Zoology by late Ajay Pal. He was a scholar, and he miraculously used to live just 2 blocks away from my house in Kalyani. That was quite a surprise for me. So I started reading his book. I was reading the physiology part so that I get to know a lot of things, and I get to know things which would remain in my mind during my internal exams, which was just maybe 6 hours later. So yeah, I studied a lot of physiology, precisely the excretory system. So it was around 12 o'clock when I went to my college. As you can see, my college is a bit far away from my house, which is just 250 meters. Yeah, that is my college, that blue one. So this is the cafeteria area of my college from my department. As you can see, the students are all like studying. They are so serious, unlike me. And me being Shreyas, very daring, I just put off my phone when the exams are on. And I don't know why, just to record this, because this was my last internal exams in this college. So my exams went very well. There were a few tricky questions that came, but yeah, I was okay. It was okay. Like I might get full marks. So after the exams, I went out with one of my friend, the same friend with whom I went out yesterday. So I went out with her and chilled out, hanged out for some times, because I told you I was a bit depressed, and there are very few people whom I actually trust and whom I actually go and hang out with. So yeah, I just did that, and so that was all of the vlog. I hope you liked it. This was how I studied for the last internal exam of my graduation, and it was a quite hectic schedule, but I hope you like it. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. So see you guys in the next vlog.